Well, team, there are 10 daily habits that could add years to your life.
And you know what? They are all backed by science, Norm.
So it's got to be true.
Yeah.
Most people stop doing this after 55.
And it might actually be cutting their lives short.
So we're certainly incorporating these points in our retirement life. We realize that aging, you can help yourself slow down aging by doing certain things and getting in the habit, making small changes that can really make an impact on your longevity. And that's what we're hoping for. We're glass half full people.
Yeah.
So what are we for number 1, Tin?
That is to eat well.
Oh, so eat well, Tin.
And you know what, Norm? This is something that we have recently been doing, but there is a lot of research that proves that if you eat a lot more plant-based things and greenery, whether it's salad stuff or vegetables.
You got to eat your veggies.
I know. And lots of people aren't fans of veggies, are they, Norm?
Those dark leafy greens, they're just so difficult to eat. You know, who hands up all those who like kale?
Actually, we're not a big fan of that one. But, Norm, we have become a fan of spinach lately, haven't we?
We have found spinach bombs, believe it or not.
And you get them in the frozen section at Walmart, and they are the only place that sells them.
And the chopped up spinach, so finely chopped up and then frozen. And it looks about the size of a large egg. And we defrost one of those and we put it in our breakfast with
scrambled egg. And it tastes absolutely delicious.
Because you can't taste the spinach.
That's true. And Norm kind of puts seasoning in and maybe a bit of garlic or allspice type things, and it tastes really good.
And these dark leafy greens are so good for us. So, yes, we do that.
Yeah.
We found a dip at Farm Boy. And if you search kale and
Edamame beans, isn't it?
Dip.
Yeah.
There are people who have re-engineered the recipe, and you can make it yourself at home. So that's one way that we're going to eat kale as well, in a dip with edamame beans.
Sounds delicious, doesn't it, Norm?
It is, but it ties into our philosophy that you may have heard about in the past. We have smaller plates; they're like a side plate. And we have half our plate as vegetables. But we are eating what we deem as a culturally appropriate diet for us. It's what we eat when we were growing up. And yes, we do have potatoes and we do have carrots and stuff like that, as well as some of the exotic stuff, you like Indian food. So eating well. Smaller plates, more vegetables, and cutting back on calories slightly as we age because our metabolic rate goes down.
And one thing I would add too, Norm, is that I think recently, because we're doing all this, we are actually enjoying our food a lot more.
We are.
Than when we were cutting things out. So we're enjoying eating a lot more now.
So forget the wacky diets. Yep, get those thrown out. They're no good for us. Balanced diet of good whole food.
And we've said in other videos that we're all getting older, and we're being targeted by all this internet availability for scams. And so one of the things that we do is we protect our bank account. We do online banking, but before we log on, we open up NordVPN, which is a great safety net. And so we open NordVPN and then do our online banking. And that way it just scrambles all of our data information so there's nobody can get in between us and the bank. And I think it's more and more important that you do protect yourself. And NordVPN is a great software that we can download on our phones, our tablets, and our laptop. And we've had NordVPN for a couple of years now, and it's been really good. There's also a side feature to NordVPN, one of the benefits, apart from security.
And that is, of course, that we can watch our favorite TV shows if we, say, happen to be in Portugal, because we can go on through the VPN and we can access our TV shows back in Canada.
So all you have to do on NordVPN, it gives you options of which country you want to route your signal through. So do you want to appear that you're still in Canada, even though you're in Portugal? And that's what we do. So we take our Fire Stick and we have NordVPN on the Fire Stick. It's available in the App Store for the Fire Stick. And we get to watch our subscription to Prime TV. And it's great. And the other benefit is
that it keeps us safe when we're in public places like airports and hotels and things like that. We feel a lot safer, don't we?
We see hundreds of people off cruise ships. The first thing they want is Wi-Fi, and you see them in the cruise ship terminals. It's public. We won't log on without using NordVPN because we want to be safe. And those free Wi-Fis can be compromised by bad actors. So anyway, we'd like to thank NordVPN for sponsoring this video. And we have a coupon code that if you click, you will get a great discount. And we'll put a link in the description of the video so you can do that. But you will have seen our link on screen as we've been talking.
Well, how about walking daily, teen?
And that's something we try to do all the time, don't we?
We do. It's use it or lose it. Basically, we will do a walk for an hour every day, and we do it in the morning. And we do it in the morning for a couple of reasons, which we'll get to later on. But we're knocking off about 67,000 steps in the hour. I guess we could pick up the pace a bit more and get to 8,000.
Possibly.
But during the whole rest of the day, we do hit around 8,000 steps.
And I think they are saying, Norm, that if everybody can sort of look to do at least 30 minutes a day, we do about an hour. But if you can only manage 30 minutes, then do that.
It's better than nothing.
Yeah. And as Norm said, we generally go in the morning. One of the reasons is it's been so hot lately. And if we don't go early in the morning, it's just too hot to walk, isn't it?
We're like the Goldilocks of walking. You know, in winter it's too cold, in the summer it's too hot. But the morning is just right.
And in the winter, we have found the answer, and that is we have joined the walking track.
And one of our tips for walking is we choose a route. I was going to try and do the American route. We do a route that's flat.
Yeah.
But just flat, even terrain. But there is one thing. If you are adventurous, and we know all our viewers are adventurous, teen, you'd have to be to watch our videos. Walking through nature, and in particular forests. And we're lucky that we have a forest nearby.
Yeah.
And there are increased health effects that science has done research on, that you would get a bigger effect on your health walking through a forest with breathing in all that lovely cedar air. And the Japanese have a name for it. And if you've watched many of our videos, you know we butcher all.
Yes.
foreign names.
So we'll just say the Japanese have a good word for it.
Yeah, it is forest bathing, but there is a Japanese name.
It actually sounds really nice, doesn't it? Like forest bathing.
It does, but
Yeah.
it's great to be in nature,
Yeah.
and it's great to get your exercise that way. So you're doing two good things for yourself. So go get those new walking shoes and get out there.
And talking about all these good things to help you, Norm, health-wise, the other one that's really important is you need to get good sleep. And there are so many reports now that are proving that you need to get about 7 or 8 hours a night. That's the sort of optimum type of sleep that you need.
And set your bedroom up for sleep success. There, I've just coined a term. I should put that on my t-shirt.
Sleep success, according to Norm.
So make sure your bedroom's a little cooler. It's easier to sleep in a cooler room.
Yeah.
And get it dark. We bought room darkening blinds. I mean, they work so well.
And the other thing we have too is our blanket, Norm, our cooling blanket.
Our Japanese cooling blanket.
Cooling blanket.
Yeah, we told people about a year ago.
It works, doesn't it?
Yes, it's like icy cold.
It's so much cooler to sleep under that. And the other thing they say is don't change your pattern of sleeping at the weekends. They're saying try and do the same pattern of sleep 7 days a week. That's going to keep you healthy. And that's what we try to do. No.
And I'll put a link to the Japanese cooling blanket in the description below because we're using it all summer long. It really works. Don't know why, but it does. Meditation. That's a difficult one for us. But basically, we're not saying for you to do every one of these things. Maybe if there's one of these items or two that appeal to you, then great, give it a go. Meditation, it's, once again, there's been scientific study of people who meditate, and it does increase life. Think about all those monks in Tibet and Japan and China.
Don't they?
They do.
Yeah.
And they're just saying for 10 minutes a day, it could have a positive effect on your life and your longevity. And it's nothing special. It's just maybe sitting quietly and thinking about something, thinking about a past experience, or thinking about what you might do in the future.
Just almost having sort of like 10 minutes of quiet time to just sort of chill out, isn't it? And just let things relax.
So our granddaughter should be just the expert on meditation because she gets 10-minute timeouts an awful lot.
Yeah, that's true.
Perhaps I should give Tina a 10-minute timer.
Oh, Norm.
So what else have we got, Tim?
A very important one is to keep staying social. And in actual fact, there was a big Harvard study done. And this study they did for over 75 years. And it proved that people who had great social connections actually lived longer.
Yeah, we keep saying about this. It's not necessarily about loneliness. It's one of the needs of life, like food, shelter, warmth. You need social interaction, and if you can develop through maybe going to clubs or religious events or whatever you have, if you can find a strong social connection, that will help your bid to longevity, and it's backed by science again. Nearly all of these items are backed by science, and Tina and all.
Yeah. That's backed by science too, eh?
Very much so. So, keep learning.
Oh, this is a good one, eh, Norm?
I used to hate school. I would sit here looking out the window, but I love learning now. And we teach ourselves new things. I'm involved in photography and Photoshop. So Photoshop are constantly coming out with updates based on AI now.
Yeah.
And it's fun learning these new features that it has.
Well, we've also found that incorporating things with like AI and Chat GPT is you can ask them anything, can't you? Like when we're traveling or putting our travel plans together, we can say to it, we need you to give us 3 or 4 hotels in this city we're going to be visiting. And within a second, we've got all these hotel ideas. It's great.
Yeah, we should do a video on using AI.
Yeah.
For us oldies, like old folkies like us, because if you can just use the AI to
Help.
to start with an idea, it really helps.
And another thing too, Norm, we do every morning with our morning coffee, don't we?
We do.
We do waffle and we do Wordle, of which
Spelling bee.
and Norm generally will beat me.
No, Tina's getting better these days. She's beating me nearly 2 out of every 3 times.
I am getting better. And sometimes, if you're really clever, you can do the waffle movie, the puzzle. And then if you can memorize some of the words, you can use those then in your Wordle puzzle. And the two are connected. But I find that it's a great way of just teaching the brain on spelling and words, and it's a lot of fun. We play against each other, don't we?
And it's very social. It's what we do first thing in the morning, and we have a coffee.
Yeah.
And it's really something that we've grown to love.
Yeah.
And it is helping us.
It is.
Helping us a lot with the old grey matter up here. We also have crosswords that I do. I enjoy doing a paper crossword. We get a local paper. It has one every week. And I also do a word puzzle as well that's on an app on the iPad. And it's wonderful because they give you a bunch of letters and you have to come up with a whole bunch of words from it.
And that's also something too, Norm, that when we're on cruises, you can get daily crosswords on the cruises.
Oh, and Sudoku as
And
well.
Sudokus. So
Loads of Sudoku.
yeah, we do those on the cruise ships, don't we? We do. And they have different levels. And we have to be careful that we don't get really hard ones. We're better at the sort of lower level, aren't we, of hardness.
So keep learning.
Yeah.
And find things that interest you that you can keep learning with. And maybe use your iPad or iPhone and get a puzzle on there that you can do daily just to keep your mind active.
Yeah. Great ideas.
Wow. We're running through them now. This will be the 7th point.
And for this one, you have to stay hydrated.
Yeah, you got to drink all that beer. Is that it, Tim?
Well, in my case, it's probably coffee and tea, Norm. I'm really not as good as Norm. He's pretty good at drinking water. I probably need to add to this bit.
You do.
If I go swimming or when we go walking.
Drink the swimming pool.
No, I generally, if I'm swimming or we're walking, I will drink water.
Mm-hmm. We take water with us on our walk every day.
But I'm not very good at just literally having a bottle of water there and drinking it. So that's something I perhaps need to improve on that to keep hydrated.
One of the anti-aging things that we came across, and it was from a doctor that had studied older people and various ill effects that can happen as we age. He said the very first thing you should do when you wake up in the morning is to drink water and drink it at room temperature. And so I have to take a medication every day. I have a thyroid complaint, And so I have to take a pill on an empty stomach and don't eat for 45 minutes after that. So I have 500 milliliters of water. I know that because it's in a container.
Yeah.
And I drink that with the pill the very moment I get up. And I honestly believe it has helped me so much. And it would just be great if Tina could do that.
And I think, too, we put the bottle of water there in the evening before we go to bed. So we know that it's at room temperature because they're saying, as Norm said, you shouldn't be drinking cold water. So we've got that bit all worked out for you. We just need to kind of get me to drink a little bit more water. Yeah.
And then the other big problem as we age is we lose muscle. Muscle mass is difficult to build back up once you lose it. And so resistance training is something that is very important, not only to make us look like Arnold Schwarzenegger, which will never happen, but doing resistance training also helps your bones, your bone health.
Yeah.
And so what we did is we were on Amazon and they had these elastic bands and they were selling a pack of them with different levels of resistance in them. So I think there was 3 or 4 different
different colors.
The big elastic that you
supposed to put
that on and then you
put your foot on.
So we have those because we used to have weights when we had the house, but we decided we would downsize that.
When we don't have them anymore, do we?
So just a resistance band, or even doing some push-ups. If you can't get down on the floor to do that, just lean against the counter and push yourself away and use your body weight. But it is important to try and maintain what muscles we have. I know I have lost quite a bit of muscle mass. And so
I think I have too. And even just really simple, Norm, they say if you don't have any of those, you can even just pick up like a can of soup or can of baked beans or something to just kind of go like that with the weight in your hand.
So you have to have the same flavor in both hands.
Well, soup and baked beans came to mind because I thought that lots of people would have that.
Yeah, or a can of peas. Or
just
canned goods. Yeah, and just use that as...
but something very simple.
Tina doesn't like doing it because she doesn't want to get all bulked up and big muscles.
But I need to work on that one too. That's 2 things I need to work on, Norm.
So the next point really takes us back to point number 2, walk daily.
Yeah, and these ones can actually be thrown in together, and that is getting your daily sunshine, getting vitamin D through sunshine.
Yeah.
Which when we go walking in the morning and generally the sun is out there, they are saying that you should really try and get about 10 to 20 minutes of sunshine on your bare arms.
But there was very particularly morning sunshine.
Yeah.
Because by the time the afternoon comes around, though, it's higher in the sky and it's you don't want the dangers from sun exposure. And so if you do that 10 to 20 minutes in the morning, the sun is gentler and you are boosting your vitamin D levels naturally.
So you can kind of do the sunshine and the walking. You can do those 2 together and knock them off.
Exactly. So if you're in a northern climate like we are, then it is very important to try and get that vitamin D while we can before wintertime.
Yeah, and get stocked up on it, hey?
Now, we also supplement on vitamin D as well. We started doing that during the pandemic and we've carried on.
Yeah.
And so during the pandemic, we were taking higher amounts of vitamin D3, but now we're just maintaining our levels. And I had my doctor check my D3 levels and they're normal. So we take a supplement that includes K2 and vitamin D3. I should be saying vitamin, I know that, but...
We just take one of those each a day, don't we?
That 1,000 IU or UI,
I don't,
International Union units, IU.
which has take one of them a day. In addition,
That's 1,000 in the tablet. That's 1,000 of D3 and 20 milligrams of K2. And the K2 is meant to stop the D3 depositing calcium in your veins. There's Dr. Norm again.
and remember, we're not giving medical advice.
Definitely not.
We are definitely not. No,
Do not take advice from me.
we are just saying things that we're doing and suggesting things that could help you. And along that route, Norm, is something that I'm probably better at doing than you.
You are.
And that is doing sort of gratitude and writing in a journal. And it's actually something I've done for a lot of years now. I kind of have like a daily journal, although lately I must admit I've got out of not doing it. I'm going to have to get back into it. And they are suggesting that perhaps you should maybe write down 3 things a day that you feel gratitude for. I think it's a great idea.
It is a great idea. You can go get a journal. So cheap. We see them at the dollar store, and Tina is so good at journaling because when we go on our trips, she records all the events of the trip, and they're a great resource to have when we come back, especially as I'm editing photographs for the picture library I send them to. Oftentimes, I'm not too sure where we were at a particular stop when we took a photograph. So you can go back and read the journal, and
So we know exactly what day we were. And it's really good too for cruising that we can remember to us which cruise ship we were on, which journey we were going on.
because the Earths come merging together.
And so that is really important, I would say. Perhaps, if it's not something you've done, go out, get a journal, start just jotting start off with 2 things. They say 3 things, a couple of things a day that you actually feel positive.
Or something that's happened in your life that you just write down so you don't forget it. Because, we've said about the grey matter, trying to learn things to keep it active. We do tend to forget some small items that happen to us that might be significant to remember. And so, the gratitude journaling, it could tie into meditation as well.
Yeah.
So you don't necessarily have to write it down, but what you're grateful for, you could use as a tool for meditation as well.
That's a great idea, Norm. You kind of do the 2 together there.
Exactly. We're doing 2 for 1s now.
It's wonderful.
So 10 daily habits that could add years to your life, backed by science. Who can argue?
And we're not saying you have to do them all. Perhaps you could write down in the comments below maybe which ones that you might like to do and tell us which one you're going to have a go at doing.
Yeah, give us some ideas because we love reading your comments.
Yeah.
And if you've enjoyed content like this and that you don't want to miss future episodes of our videos, please consider subscribing.
Yeah.
We'd be grateful if you would share.
And if you can like the video and give us a thumbs up, that would be wonderful.
So we hope everybody's keeping well.
And staying safe.
And until the next time.
Bye-bye.
Bye-bye.